All right, we're on the 5-minute mark here today, and we've got a last-minute interview that just came into San Diego for the San Diego Film Festival. We've got the writer and director of the feature film Western Religion, James O'Brien. Say hello, James.
Pleasure to be here, Dennis.
All right.
Thank you.
See that we did the first time. We got it. We nailed it the first
this is
time.
live. This is happening.
We also have a guest here who's an actor in the movie, James Anthony Cotton. Say hello, Anthony.
Hey,
James, sorry.
How you doing, folks?
That's funny. You know, my roommate's name is Mark Anthony. I keep calling him Anthony, like I jumped the first name. So,
Well, we like to think of him also as Harvard Gold, the P.T. Barnum-esque preacher of religion in the town of Religion, Arizona.
Well, you know, you guys look like actors, and I'm excited that I got turned on to this totally last minute. Special friend of ours, Serena Cowell's got us introduced, and we're going to make a great episode here today for everybody out there. So introduce yourself to the people out there, the listeners, and tell them a little bit about the movie and yourself and your passion.
Thing. I'm an independent filmmaker from Venice, California, originally from New Jersey. I started making films in Providence College and moved out west in the early 90s. Looking for gold up in the hills.
Found gold.
That's right.
Found it.
That's awesome. You know, it's funny. I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts, which is very close to Providence College.
Yeah.
And my brother's son went to Providence College. I didn't go to college. I wasn't smart enough. Or maybe I was smart. I don't know. But
maybe too smart to go to
so
college.
I came west myself, and it's certainly where opportunity is, isn't it? It's just like where it all
You
happens.
can't go any further. You get wet. So
Right.
you have to set up shop and make your dreams a reality.
and stop here. And nothing better than to make films. And you guys are off to a great start. From what I understand, it's amazing. I saw the trailer. It's an amazing movie. And so let's tell everybody a little bit about it, because it's a really cool movie, and I want people to know about it. So.
Well, it's a Western with a bit of a twist. It's got a supernatural edge to it. We don't play it very heavy-handed. It sort of gradually becomes more supernatural. But it's about the town of Religion, Arizona, a mining town. And the town founder is played by James Anthony Cotton. It's Harvard Gold. Throws a poker tournament to save the town because they're running out of gold. And it draws the most dangerous, gnarly gunfighters and card players from all over the globe. And they think they're competing for a gold cross, but they're actually competing for their souls.
Wow. Awesome. First off, what made you even think of like such a cool idea, and would it come from a childhood dream?
With my previous film was a road movie called Wish You Were Here. Before that, I did a sci-fi movie called Hyperfutura, and my first film was a crime caper film, kind of Tarantino-esque, called Venice Bound. So after those films, I wanted to do something a little bit bigger and more substantial. Those were run and gun, $50,000, $100,000 movies.
Yeah.
And I decided I want to do a Western. I started with that. I want to do a Western.
Awesome.
And I was working with some friends on this demolition of a house, actually. It was actor Sean Joyce, Louis Sabatasso, actor and producer, and Gary Cohn, actor and one of the producers. And we were working on this house, and I was telling them, we're going to do this Western. I'm going to get us out of this. We're going to do a Western. And these are all friends I've worked with before, other than Sean. He was a new friend. And so I started writing the script based on... I wrote the script for some of these characters as individuals. I knew what they would be good at playing. Louis wanted to play the saltpeter, this sort of dandified morphine addict, ambiguously sexual straight killer, so with all these shades. And he said, please write this character for me. So it really began like that, writing these specific colorful characters. And the notion of it being a poker tournament that draws them in came pretty quick after that.
Yeah. You know, I've been going to movies when I can, but every one I've been to lately has really caught my attention. And it's kind of like one of those things, like we think, every movie is just going to be like the next movie. And it's really hard for you as a writer to kind of dig deep and really make this the next big thing, the next creative, the next, like I caught your attention through a completely different whirlwind of idea or a concept or whatever. I mean, how do you dig deep and really get like something that's going to resonate with us? I mean, you got to capture us for a couple hours.
You got to make real good friends with the muse. You know, you earn it over the years, I guess. You know, how much she likes you,
and take risks.
James knows he's also a world class, a world famous musician as well as an actor. It's I started calling him a double threat the other day, but he said, "What are you talking about? I'm at least a triple threat." James, you might want to
jump in, James. We got James. This is our first dual mic podcast we've ever done, so you guys can't see it, but maybe you saw the video or whatever. But Cool. Tell us. I mean, we talked about how much of we're having like an entrepreneur connection there before this podcast.
Yeah, every independent filmmaker or independent musician is an entrepreneur. You're creating from the muse, like James O'Brien says here. You're reaching in deep side of yourself, and you have to believe, and you have to have talent. Those three things really make the difference for everybody. And of course, James O'Brien here has got all of them. You know, he's got the stuff. I'm a fairly experienced actor. I've been in 35 films and 8 TV series over the years, the last 25 years. And I, as an actor, is always looking for a really wonderful, fresh role. And when I saw the script and met him, I was fortunate enough to be able to be uplifted into the role. Actually, I was actually cast for a different role, and then I was actually given this other role of Harvard Gold, which is one of the finest roles I've ever had for me as an actor. It's just got so much character, so much dimension to them, and so much fun. I in one of the interviews, James said, "Don't keep saying fun, but it was fun to do.
Right.
Once you had done your homework, and learned the character, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So I thank him for that. That's
and
what
you got to
every actor
pick your
looks for.
roles carefully, because obviously every movie you do has to be a stepping stone to where you go next. And this is obviously the highest step you've been in your career. And I mean, it seems like you guys are so. I mean, you walked in
James
my
has
place.
done some very big films like Phenomenon. I mean,
This is the next film right here.
Yes, and we were fortunate that he was able to work on our budget as well. I mean, this is a $250,000 movie, and it was a SAG movie. Everyone got paid the same amount.
Yep.
And there was a range of talent in it. Everyone did a wonderful job, but there were some actors that were very experienced, like James. And you get lucky when an actor sometimes likes the script enough to
Loved it.
to work for scale. And he's worth a lot more, and we're going to work together again. But we were fortunate that some of the talent came in, and he did it for less than they normally do because they loved his script.
Well, that all comes in the part of being you. I mean, you're the one that attracted him. So
You do have to be as an indie filmmaker. You have to be a Pied Piper. You really do.
Yeah, no, you really do. I mean, that's all part of the game. Is really they're buying into you. That I mean, perfect example is Tom Brady. He takes a pay cut to be a part of a team that's exciting, that's motivating, and he can win with, right? You guys are going to win in this movie. It's going to be something you can connect with. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So I'm sure he's getting paid tenfold in other ways that you don't even realize. So, so I heard some things about making this movie. There were trials and triumphs and so on and so forth. Do we want to go into that a little bit and tell them
we can touch on it?
Since this is a inspirational podcast, and I mean, you guys told me some things that would have let the movie down.
Well, this is it began as with a crowdfunding venture, and the first thing we did was book the Paramount Ranch, and that was our first movie. Like, all right, we got the Paramount Ranch, which is on a national park, real storied history. In the 30s, it was the place to shoot westerns. And it had fallen a bit out of favor, but it's still an incredible location. And so we were set to shoot there. There was a government closure just a couple weeks before our start date.
I remember that.
And it was crazy, unexpected. And our plan B, which we had to pull out of our hat, a rabbit out of a hat immediately, was to go and build all of our own sets.
Wow.
In Agua Dulce at the ranch of Peter Shareko, who did all the period detail on Tombstone. So it really was one of those blessings in disguise you see a lot on indie films. You think it's a disaster, but it's actually the movie steering you in the direction that it wants to go. Now, you really have to be open to that, I suppose in life, but certainly on films, that things that you think are going wrong are sometimes just leading you in the direction that the film wants you to go.
Yes. I mean, we constantly, as entrepreneurs, run into the situation of trials and tribulations. And it's like as soon as you got a challenge, another one comes, it's like doubles that size. I mean, this is obviously like you put all your time and energy into going out there and shooting it, and then you have to come out and recreate everything. I mean, that takes time. It takes away from your thoughts and everything, and you guys just push through it. And
well, it actually added flavor to the movie because the town is in transition being built. So that's what was happening while we were shooting.
It's more authentic, actually.
Yeah, before action, all the hammers would stop, and then as soon as we said cut, they'd start again. So and that added to the flavor of a pop-up town. It was
that
perfect.
Is so cool. That is so cool. Anything else you want to share with everybody out there that is exciting?
Absolutely. I'd like to share that we've just come from the San Diego Film Festival, which completes our festival journey, which began at the Cannes Film Festival for our premiere. And now we're going into our theatrical release, which is at the Arena Cinema in Hollywood, Las Palmas and Hollywood Boulevard behind the Egyptian Theater. And we'll be showing there October 9th to the 15th. The 9th is our red carpet show. Entertainment will be there, and much of the cast and crew and other luminaries.
Awesome.
And then the 10th to the 15th at the Arena Cinema is the general admission, which we would like to invite everyone who would like to see a very original and bold version of the Wild West.
Come on down.
Come on down. That's right.
It's I've called 2015 the year of the Western. We got Tarantino following up with Django Unchained with The Hateful Eight, and also The Revenant, both opening in December. Our guns firing first. We're coming October 9th, so we're getting out of the gate quicker. And but I honor those films as from great artists.
James, what was your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh, he had so many great scenes for me. It's a little difficult,
But there was one very challenging moment that you had that I'd love for you to express.
Oh, we were on set, and this is inspirational. This is inspirational. We were on set. They had a lot of stuff to cover that day, and on low budget movies, and even on any movie, you have a very strict schedule that you have to adhere to get the scenes done and everything like that. Well, things were running behind. I had one of the biggest scenes of the movie for me, with a very long monologue and stuff with the full cast there and the crew. So it's about 60 people. And I come out and do this whole big soapbox thing. And it's for actors challenging, but we got behind schedule, so we had 15 minutes to shoot this thing. So so everybody's all gathered. There's a lot of tension going on. James runs up to me. I'm inside the tent of one of the saloon tents of the tent city, and says to me after the lighting set up, he said, "We got to get this scene. You got to do everything one take, and you got 15 minutes to do it." Because they have to come in for the close-ups and things like that. So as an actor, it's like, okay, you're always gearing in. There's always a nervousness to you anyways. But also he runs back out, and I just like, okay, man, this is it. Pedal to the metal. I mean, but it's a lot of pressure. You know, it's a lot of pressure.
Normally, I'm not hard on actors at all, but this time, because of the pressure of the
time,
I said, "You better know your lines."
Oh yeah, he goes, "You better know your lines."
I never say that kind of thing, but it was the gauntlet was thrown down.
Yeah, yeah. But the first thing I always do in the movie, is after reading the script and deciding the development of the characters, know my lines. So that wasn't the problem, but it's just a lot of pressure, because it's like a 3-minute, 4-minute monologue. So. I come out, they go, action, boom, I come out, hit every single mark you can imagine too, with all this other stuff going on. We just breezed through it.
Awesome.
Absolutely breezed through it. Got all the footage we need, bam, in the 15 minutes. After I left set, and I've been doing this for a long time. It was a breakthrough for me. It really was. It was one of those breakthrough moments. And I literally pulled over offset and broke down a little bit because I was all my fears that one thing kind of was combined of all my fears of whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life to move forward. All was in that one thing. I nailed it. I broke it, and it was such a relief.
Wow.
So it was, and it made me feel better. It was a major milestone for me. So I like you said, we'll be working together forever.
Yeah.
Because I love this man and I love the work he's done.
Awesome.
I even get emotional thinking about it. But it did make a huge, huge difference. And I encourage everybody, push yourself to the maximum. And when you do make progress, it is so gratifying.
I have to say,
that was special.
Right here, right now, and just in this moment here, I'm more open today to energy than I'm working on energy and how it expresses. And I was on the phone with a gentleman before I went to the gym at 6 a.m. this morning. We were talking. It's a good friend of mine who wants to be an awesome golfer. And he's like, "Dennis, what is it going to take me to shoot 66? I'm capable of doing it," and so on and so forth. But I said, you have to open yourself up. And not only do you have to open yourself up, but just like you said, you have to rise to a certain energized level that's just complete determination. I kind of think like hanging out with my buddies, playing golf and winning their money for $25. That's one level. Okay, of course you get intense, you get into it, but then there's like another level above that. But then you have to kind of rise to that level that's undefeated. Like you are undefeated, and you're kind of feeling that, and you're resonating with it right now. It's like you went to another level where you were like almost energy. Like you went out there and just took it on. 15 minutes to do this, and you just kind of you rose up to the occasion, or what we call in my new creed, showing up. You showed up with everything you got. And
Absolutely.
if there's anything you guys can get out of this cast here and this crew and this director and everybody that's here in this room, we've got more people than you can see. But these guys are showing up. They're showing up. They're building a movie. They're out there. They took the chance to come here today to the 5-minute mark, not even knowing who I am, see me run around and do crazy things, and not even going, does this guy got his act together or what? But they just show up. They came here and they're on this show and they're doing what it takes to make this movie happen. So if there's anything we all can learn here today, that's so important. So
Very well said, Dennis.
yeah,
Very well said. Thank you for having us.
It's
too.
pretty cool. This is awesome to have you guys on here. So any more value bombs you want to send to the audience about your show? Obviously, we talked about the best scene there, which was pretty intense. That's super intense.
We'd like
How about for you?
them to join us on the journey. We're going to take a wagon trail across the country with the film, sort of the reverse of going west.
like that.
So it starts in L.A., then we're going to go to Austin, then Iowa City, home of our still photographer, Bill Jinx Jenkins, who's here with us today.
Taking stills as you always.
He
says,
took his
beautiful
RV
stills.
from Iowa City to meet us in San Diego, and he's given some of the energy back to us. He's got a great heart, and we're going to go from Iowa to New York.
That's funny. I got to maybe get you guys a fight. You know, I've been doing as a promotion for my own thing is I have had guests like carry a 5-minute bark album, like with them where they go. And this one guy was on the road on his Harley with the Harley. I'll show you the picture after this, but he's going to be holding the 5-minute bark and driving down the coast. And the next person is going to be in the desert. Next person is going to be doing. So maybe we can get you guys to do that too. Cool. That'd be kind of fun. So kind of like we're spreading the word. And you're going to.
I would like to add one thing on the metaphysical tip. And everything you said is so right on point about having to do the work and show up and raise your level. Yep. And then there's all the things you can do to prepare for something and to show up for it. But then there's another part when you've already done all the work and the pressure's on. And there's another thing you can go to, which is to trust spirit, because there's all the work you can do. And then there's your mind that comes to you sometimes late at night saying, have I done enough? What about this? What about that? What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? Because there's only so much you can orchestrate. And once you've done all the work with orchestrating, you've got to actually get out of your own way and let the thing happen.
Have faith.
Absolutely.
And that came up a lot on the movie. I would say, we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money to pay everyone the next day. Something would always come through at the last moment, and then
all the time.
You have to let yourself trust. You know,
and it's so unforeseen. And I've heard this so many times. Like it's taking a car, driving cross country. Your lights only see so far, but you just keep driving. Right. And that's faith. And that the fact that the road is going to be there all the way across the country. And it's no different. It's no different in making a movie. It's no different in starting an entrepreneurial company. It's no different, but we just inject these, oh my gods, what ifs, which are they're just thoughts. They're only thoughts. They're nothing more than that besides that. I mean, I ran into this young gal the other day and she's like, oh my God, I got kicked out of my house and this and that. And I said, well, where are you now? Oh, I'm in a nice house.
Yeah.
So she was like creating this world that didn't even exist.
Exactly.
And she was, and that she happened to be in a nice house that time. She's actually in a better place than she's ever been. But I said, you know what? Where are you now? And it took her out of that state so fast and so hard. She was about to cry and tell me the whole story, the sob story. And I'm like, where are you now? She just woke up. You know?
Right. Well, gratitude, right? That's the answer.
Exactly.
Gratitude is the attitude.
Gratitude's all about.
100%. Absolutely.
And to believe in yourself,
So,
get out of your own way.
God, this is so exciting. This is like, it's going to be like the best episode ever because we're coming from the West. Western Religion. It's a movie that's coming out and going cross country. I'm really excited to have these guys here today. And I'd love for you to, again, throw the website, the promotion, the Facebook, all that out to these guys out there in our audience and let them know about it so they can jump on the bandwagon, like your stuff, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share. So let's let all my listeners out there, which I appreciate dearly for listening to my podcast, to know more about you guys. So
thank you.
This is your time.
Please follow us on Facebook and at WR_the film.
That's easy.
All right.
Awesome. So Facebook is, so they just type in
just Western Religion on
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
They'll find us.
You got to kind of lead them to it.
Right.
And the website is again?
Our Twitter is at WR_the film, and follow us on Facebook.
Okay,
that's how
Facebook's
we're
easy.
doing it.
That's the easiest.
And a YouTube video, anything like that?
Yeah, you can Google Western Religion trailer and get a couple different versions of our trailer.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, we're already at 20 minutes, and this has been amazing. And God, I'm sure we'll be able to talk after this even more. So we could go on forever, I'm sure. But I like to keep this short and sweet so people love it. It's kind of like giving them small little petite
Right, like a morning,
steak.
like a coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
Just a
exactly.
20-minute coffee.
Yeah, awesome. Guys, thank you so much. I want to shake your hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Pleasure.
This is the 5-Minute Bark, and we are so excited that we have James O'Brien here from Western Religion, and also one of the lead actors, James Anthony Cotton. He played Harvard Gold. I love that name. So,
Can you give us a welcome to religion?
yeah.
Welcome to religion.
All right. You heard it, and sorry to hear today, everybody. We'll take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.
All right, be good.
One critical thing highly successful people do is organize their goals and write them down. Success doesn't just happen to you, it's created by you. If you are ready to create a roadmap to greater success, you may want to listen to what I'm about to say. We have developed an online success platform that offers 6 critical tools for creating and implementing your success plan. If you're ready to turbocharge your personal development and success in every area of your life, it's time for you to join Team Cody Dog by visiting CodyDog.com. That's CODIEDOG.com.